And here's what you're doing right that you don't need help with, is that you are looking at something that is so complex and organic that it is counterintuitive to most people to turn it into something so mechanical and planed up. You went for planes as much as you went for forms. I can tell that this is thought through as form. I cannot tell that this is thought through as form.
Yeah.
And all this means is that we go back to the simplest things. Let's take the head, for example. If we know for sure that this head is a box, now that head could be a box in this position, or it could be a box. This would be the front, so we'd have that front there. It could, and it seems more sensible to make this a box in a position like this. Now, I'm drawing this box in two separate positions. They certainly aren't the same. And the reason I chose this one down here to be pointing down is that I'm trying to figure that there is an axis of this thing. It looks like its face is pointing that way. And so when I looked at that axis, I saw that the direction that thing is pointing would be the direction of my Z line. Okay, so because I saw that, this line, this line, this line, sort of aiming down there, that helped me with Z. What about X? X is no problem. X is going off that way. Width is pretty clear and pretty consistent. Now mine is not quite tipped that way. That's okay. If you're drawing it, you can fix it and tip it so that it's more consistent and also not so exaggerated with a wide-angle lens. Now, why are you saying this, Marshall? Watch this. See this corner here? See this corner here? Those are supposed to be the same corner on the X line. You got the idea? And they're pointing down like that. See this corner here? See this corner here? Those are supposed to be, I'm making it worse than you did it, forgive me, but I am trying to make the point that the consistency of some of these line systems got mixed up. And the solution for that is to so embed the process of this. Let's do a box that would contain this animal's head in, say, 3 different positions. This one, which was sort of like the first one I did, that's going to be the front. This one, which is all we're doing here is just pretty much tipping this thing down and revealing more of that top plane that I've got an X on, which means that this plane is going to be facing down more, the one that has the O on it. There I've got this in another position, and then I can do it in a third position. Let's do it so that the animal moves its head up a bit, and so the O would be right here. Now those are 3 different positions for the animal's head. Now, when we have a part to carve out or a part to project, let's just say there's a little muzzle on there, and we can put that on there and then pull it out this far, and everything stays so consistent. You say, but that's sort of like what an engineer does. That's sort of like what a person who designs an automobile does. I don't know how much that's going to help me to draw animals. It will help you to draw everything. Because when you get to the more sophisticated forms that are organic, let's do this foot. Ooh, gosh, let's just do a close-up of that foot. We've got a form coming toward us. Notice I'm thinking of it as the simplest thing I can that's precise. The simplest thing I can think of it as a piece of French bread. There, it's coming toward me. But that's also not the simplest thing that I can keep track and make precise. As soon as I switch to straight lines, when in doubt, always go for straight lines because straight lines force precision. Now it has to be correct or it'll look wrong, and I just have to keep practicing until I get that right. Now let's take one of these things with a set of toes. If you have a set of toes, watch this now. They are not going to all be facing toward me. You see how one of them may come toward me like this. One of them may come toward me like this. One of them may go out like so with a very foreshortened top plane. And when you have a claw coming out, that one's going to be going more to the side. Now watch this next one. When you have a claw coming toward you, it's going to be coming more toward you. You have a claw coming toward you this way, and it's coming more toward you that. You see how all of that looks like this is coming at you, 3D. All that organic stuff came from an awareness of 3 boxes. And if we don't have that awareness, we may have a great eye. We may get lucky on things, but we don't have the control over it that we do if we go for those boxes. Now I'm going to revert, and I want to mention